Island in beautiful Florida. Are you as excited to be here as I am? Now, a lot of you are newbies. How many of you are new? Oh, it's fantastic. Welcome to our family. We have such a great time at the show, and you are our proud gold customers. We appreciate you so much, so you get this special segment. We're going to bring out the big dogs now. Are you excited? It's the big dogs. These guys are multi-hyphenates, okay? They're producers, directors, actors, executive producers. One of them is Soulja Boy. One of them is Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh yeah, and there's Sam and Dean. Come on, you guys. Give it up. Jared Padalecky and Jensen Eklz. Let's welcome Jensena and Jared.
All right, first question, honest question. Who didn't correct their clock and who got here? It's your birthday weekend. She just turned 21. Happy 21. Wait, aren't 21-year-olds supposed to be like so good at technology that you should have been telling us about correcting clocks? Come on now. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Wait, what are you talking about? Like double checking my phone. Thank y'all for bringing us out here. We're very excited. It's obviously been very, well, I haven't had a job, as is made clear by my fur vest I have in my job. Apologies.
How do you live with this? I don't, it's awful.
Not my choice.
I really need the strike down so I can get my hair cut.
Yeah. I know, right? But
Is that, yes. That,
what did you say?
she's like, is that what's stopping you?
That's I'm gonna give him $20 and be like, go buy some scissors.
My wife literally, my wife the other day, she was like, how long we go with this? I'm like, shut your mouth.
I had this during.
You shut your mouth.
I had this. You'll get better at it. Don't worry. Give it like 15 seasons. I had this conversation with Jen during COVID. I didn't shave at all, and after I finally trimmed down to get ready for the show that he and I worked on together. I was flipping back through pictures, and I just saw a picture of me with this massive, smelly-looking, nasty beard, and I'm with Jen.
Why is it smelly and nasty? What, I mean, you can still shower when you have a beard.
shower beard.
Yes, you can.
No, I think I'm true.
Listen, there was a beard on this face for a particular role that became its own. I think it had its own zip code. I had to get an extra cell phone for it. I made phone calls.
You put it in there.
I just stuck it in there. I had more products for the stupid beard than I did for any other part of my body, which isn't much. But it's a thing.
Fair enough. All right, I'll look into showering it. But,
Yeah, beard wash.
a separate beard shower. But I was flipping pictures like 2 months later when I was back to presentable, and I looked at her and I was like, "You love me." She goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, look at this picture. You stayed with me. You love me." So it looks like, I'm gonna post it today. It looks like a mountain man that's like stolen some little innocent girl, and it's gonna hit your phones today. So I'm gonna do it. Anyways, before we just talk about beards, what's going on, y'all? I'm gonna choose first question, so let's see. Yeah, that was quick. Let's do it. Yeah. That was quick. She also has a massive lens on her camera, and still her arm was just like, badunk. Hey, quiet back there. We think we're famous. I know we're on strike.
So Kim and Bree answered a question at the podcast, and I want to turn it back around to you. It was basically, how has the men, the actors in this group of people affected them in a male society? I want to put it back on you. How has
Could you
working?
say that?
No, Kim and Bree. During their podcast on Friday.
Tim?
Kim and
Okay, sorry.
So how has been working with the women in this fandom, or not fandom, but in this group of actors, affected you in a male-dominated society?
Interesting question. I gotta listen to it. Is it one of the recent?
It was what they filmed on Friday.
Amazing.
Wait, what did they say about me?
You'll have to listen.
What was it?
How working with y'all has affected, changed how they work in a male-dominated world.
Yeah.
Well, how did they say it affected them? Inquiring minds want to know. What did they say?
It was all good.
It was all good.
It was all good.
They're amazing.
It was before y'all, it was bad.
I think one of the things that I'm really proud of that the show we worked on did, in my opinion, very well, is kind of pointed out how strong you are and you can be, no matter what you look like, whether you're male or female, black or white, gay or straight, blonde or brunette, etc., etc., etc. So having done the show from age 22 to age 38, it was awesome, not just with the characters that are written, but to meet people like Kim Rhodes, Brina Buckmaster, Felicia Day, Genevieve Cortese, now Padalaki. So it was Daniil, but to see people, because it's being on a set, male or female, or however you want to identify, it's difficult. You know, it's not like, oh, we all go play pretend, and it's lollipops and candy canes. It's shitty hours. And I told this story the other day. For those who don't know, in an episode called Bugs of a TV show, I can say Bugs, right? Because I didn't write it. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bugs. It was the first season.
Hang on, let me get Fran Drescher on the phone.
First time that it had rained torrentially in Vancouver, and we were filming outside. I'm wearing like Pumas that are basically made of saran wrap.
I thought you lost that shit.
What? I still have it. And so Kim Manners was directing, and he gave us umbrellas. Apparently, the next day, the dailies go to Cricky, and he goes, Sam and Dean Winchester hunt what goes bump in the night. They don't use umbrellas. So for the rest of 14 years, no matter rain or shine, sun or snow, we were just sitting there going like, yeah. And by the way, we got used to it, but when someone came in for an episode or two or more, they were like, why don't we have umbrellas? It's like, you gotta call Eric. He's strange, as y'all know. But it's been a wonderful, I'll speak for me, but I'll speak for both of us. Neither he nor I raised the way we were raised, with strong women in our family, mothers, sisters. We never doubted the strength of women, y'all, and furthermore, having seen our wives go through childbirth, it becomes very clear we are the weaker sex. Very clear. I was the one throwing up and crying. Jen was like, chill out, I'm giving birth. And I was like, but it was an honor to work with amazing people. Yeah, thank you for your question.
I still want to know what they said about us. He's right. I will say, just touching on that real quick, that you know, the show, the set that we were on for so many years. It didn't matter who was walking through the door. You know, where they were from, what they looked like, you know, how they identified, any of that stuff, because they were already a part of the team, and it was then that it was we get to play together, we get to create together, and there's just some people that rose above others, and those are largely the people that you see on the stage this weekend, and you know, guys and girls, and the ones that are still sticking around, still hanging out, talking about this, do for a reason. It really didn't matter whether it was a a male-dominated show or even a male-dominated society. I think it might be a male-dominated society because you allow us to think that we're still in charge. But we some of us know that we're clearly not. That being said, it wasn't something that we necessarily noticed. We didn't see that. We just saw a teammate coming on to the set, and we got to play. And some were just really, really fun to play with, and we're still doing it today. So. All right. In the plaid shirt, blonde hair. There you go. How you doing? Hi.
Okay, so I asked Misha this question yesterday.
He got it wrong, I'm sure.
It was a very high answer, and you'll see what the
A very high answer?
Yeah, you'll see. Okay.
Like, he's shorter than both of us.
No, that was only the one episode. Okay.
It's true.
How many seagulls?
What's that?
How many seagulls would you have to find in your house before you started getting suspicious that someone was putting them there?
One. I live in inland Texas. I haven't seen a seagull in 38 years. Are you putting seagulls in my fucking house? What's going on here? Hold on.
I would say 14. Yeah.
13 would be like, this is still cool.
Because a flock of seagulls.
It's a great band.
It is. Great band.
Yeah, round of applause for a flock of seagulls.
You know, if the door was open, they could have gotten in, you know, but you think maybe there's like 6 to 12 of them. If there's 14, somebody's up to
So
something.
wait, so 6 to 12 is
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty casual.
Yeah, that's like,
so
oh, somebody
14
left
is
the door.
panic. So 13, you become a little suspicious.
That's it.
I got it. That
That's
makes
it.
sense.
14, you're like, something's up.
14. What's your answer?
My answer?
Yes.
And why does this question exist?
Burning question. It's been in the back of my head.
It's been in the back of your head?
As it does.
Oh God, I'm so curious. What other questions are floating around in there? How many questions are in there before you get suspicious that somebody's putting questions in your head? I'm full of them too.
I got a question for you. How many honey badgers would you need to find inside your house until you were like, something's up?
See, that one's harder because I feel like, so I'm from Florida, so seagulls, I'm not like,
Fair.
I feel like it's easy.
I'm not talking about seagulls. You answered that. I said honey badgers.
We don't ever seen a honey badger in my life.
So is your answer 1? Are we twinsies? Did we just become best friends?
What's your name?
Mabry?
Mabry?
That's
Mabry.
That's a fake name.
Mabry. I'm gonna tell you what, Mabry. We're now going to be discussing this for the rest of the day. So this is gonna be like a song that gets stuck in your head. That after a while you're just angry.
Yeah.
So if we're cursing you later, it's out of luck.
We're gonna make an appointment for Mabry, Jensen, myself, and all of y'all seagull tattoos tonight.
But is it just 1 or is it 14?
I chose 1. You chose 14. Damn it! I'll get 1.
All right, moving on.
Thank you. I'm gonna go way over here. I see you. Yeah, far right. Hi.
First question.
How many seagulls would you just get?
Did you enjoy your whiskey?
Not yet. Thank you for asking. Canadian Love?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it before. Thank you so much. I was excited. She gifted us a 7-gallon bottle of Canadian Club yesterday. We have not tried it just yet, but I think I remember what it tasted like. I drank it last night. What?
That is what you didn't say last night, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah. I was at the business end of a Canadian club.
You paused at the wrong time. You said, I was at the business end of a Canadian bottle of whiskey. Grammar is important. Yes, of course.
It's more fresh. But you're feel free to answer, Jared.
Okay.
Of all the music that has been released that you've been a part of, Radio Company, any collabs you've done, do you have a favorite song of yours?
Favorite song of mine?
Yeah, that you sang, like either Loud and Rain, Jason Mann's, Radio Company,
Oh,
just
oh,
Steve
oh.
Carlson.
I don't know.
Angelus.
Yeah, I like Angelus because I think that was probably the first time that I like put myself out there.
That's right.
And in that way, which was, you know, a little scary, but I had some good encouragement from some good friends to do so. So yeah, I'd say that one kind of holds a little special place for me.
I remember that day vividly.
When we were on set,
Remember that
because
day?
I did that on
Yeah,
set.
On set, same place we did our voiceover. Soundtrack.
Don Pancho, who was our sound mixer on set for all 15 seasons, had a soundproof truck that we would go and do our voiceover recordings while we were filming. So we'd be on set, and then we'd take a break, and he and I would hop in there, and we would do voiceover work for an episode that we had previously filmed. And I had asked him, I was like, hey, he is also an avid collector of like vintage microphones. And I said, hey, I got a buddy coming up here. We're looking to lay down some vocal tracks for a song. Could we do that in your truck? And he's like, oh yes. And he's like, and I'm gonna go home this weekend. I'm gonna get a couple of my mics, my Neumann, like 572 or whatever, some fancy like vintage vocal recording mic. And he brought it in and he set it up, and we actually did it while I was filming. And so yeah.
Do you remember who filmed behind the scenes inside the truck?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some shots from the music video where Jared's actually got the camera and he's like, doing this, getting Steve and I.
And inside of a sound truck, that's basically the back of you all with all the little.
It's like not much bigger than like this drum set.
Not big.
Like you can't fit a whole lot of things in there.
And also, if you go like this, it picks it up. It picks up everything.
You have to
so I'm trying to do cool shit,
completely
but
silent.
my keys are jangling in my pocket. It's like, gotta go again. I'm like, sorry, like throwing keys down.
And Jared is effectively a moose in a china shop.
I would not get hired as a ninja. That was a great thing. Yeah, thank you for your question, and thank you for the Canadian Club.
It was delicious.
I hope there's some left that I can try. All you.
Let's go down here, front row. That's you, only one with your hand up down there. That's.
So, in something that you guys spent the last 15 years
Yeah.
you were hunting things.
Procrastinating?
Right.
Have you had any supernatural experiences yourself?
I was just, I don't know if I told you this yet. Jen and I just went to Edinburgh a couple weeks back. We get to this hotel that's like a refashioned castle as goes in the UK, and our room is haunted. And we're unpacking, we're jet lagged, and Jen goes, hey, I think our room is haunted. And I just go, I know. And we go out to dinner or something, come back, and our curtains are opening and closing, our lights are turning on and off, our bathroom light starts leaking water, even though we're on like the first floor of 7 or something. So there's no reason. Yeah. And so legit, we're in bed, and we're laying down, and I just say out loud, I'm like, hey, we see you, we hear you, we know you're here. Can we talk tomorrow? It all stops. Until the next day. Sorry?
They just wanted a little attention.
They want attention, yeah, so I was just like, hey, I like channeled my inner S-dubs. And I was like, hey, we got you. We're paying attention, but we're jet lagged. Like, we're all about listening, hearing you, but can we do this tomorrow? And calm. Curtains stop moving. The rain like stops out. It was ridiculous. It was honestly ridiculous.
You were talking to God.
Maybe. I think he has better things to do. Chuck, leave us alone for tonight. We can address this tomorrow.
Our house in Austin it was built in 1910, and we've been doing some refurbishing, remodeling, and stuff with it, and some of the workers quit on the job, and they didn't say why, and the project manager said that they had to go do another job or something like that. We then found out that they had seen some things on the third floor. The house used to be, I think in the 50s, it used to be a multi-unit place.
Multi-unit torture chamber.
Yeah. And apparently there was like an apartment on the third floor in the attic. It had been done like that. So they had reportedly seen something or someone up there. And so Danielle, and of course she knows somebody that deals with this, has this woman come over who is like a medium, clairvoyant, like it's straight out of Poltergeist. Like, this house is clear. Like, she found this woman who came over, and they went up to the third floor. I was out of town at this time. I was like, I'm not, go ahead, have fun, knock yourself out. And they went up there, and she was like, oh yeah, this is where he hurt her. She's like, nobody died, but this was definitely, the energy in here is bad. So there was, drywall was off, so you can see like the wall, the studs and everything. It was down to the studs. And stop. I was trying to like avoid the word, and I'm like, I gotta say it, that's what it is. And then I knew that Dum here was gonna jump on it like a bird.
You called me again?
How often do you take the stud finder and go?
Every time. Jen doesn't think it's funny. I do.
No, it's hilarious. So this woman at the deal, they go up to the third floor, and she makes this like concoction, this mixture of like a 5-pound bag of rice and then some other things and trinkets and stuff, and she starts doing some incantations and around, and then they go out to the porch, and they put all of the mixture, the rice, on the porch. And Danielle's like, okay, now what? She's like, well, they'll use this mixture to leave the house, effectively, the spirits or whatever. And so she's like, okay, thinking, well, now I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and clean all this up. She gets a call from our project manager, because we weren't there at the time. And he's like, and she's like, or he was asking her a question. She's like, hey, sorry about all the rice and stuff on the front porch. You can just clean that up. He's like, what rice? And she's like, what? And she was just down the street, so she whipped over there, and it was all gone. And she was like, you didn't have anybody clean this up? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was all gone. Yeah, it was actually 14 seagulls. Good callback. It's good comedy right there. So I don't know, we're probably still dealing with. I have another story too, but for another time.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back to this side right here. What is it? The birthday girl. All right.
Hi.
Another hi.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Good morning. If you had one song that you could listen to over and over again for the rest of your life with no other music, what would it be?
What did you say? Happy V? Applebee's?
Yeah, listen to that 2 times in a row.
I'm gonna do my best. That probably changes on a semi-regular basis, but I'm gonna go with Hey Jude.
What?
Hey Jude. Carry on, my wayward son.
Or I
I am the tiger.
Besides those two.
Night moves.
Honestly, it might be Stairway.
Nice song.
Yeah, because there's just so much going on that, it's it's an epic tune.
What's your answer?
Disturbed down to sickness.
Okay. You're in. I'm going over here.
Thank you for your question.
I'm not a morning person, so that's my alarm every day.
Oh, really?
Wakes up and puts a hole in the drywall.
Starts breaking shit. Thank you for your question. Happy birthday.
All right, far back, yes, sir. Yes, with the red lanyard on. There you go.
On that show you're on, there's a lot of spin-offs, and my family loves the repertoire between Bobby and Rufus. I was curious if there was ever discussions about a spin-off show between them.
I'd watch it.
I think there was discussion about doing something. I don't know if it would have been a full-fledged spinoff, but I think there was like adding another story arc to focus on those two. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas that get tossed around.
Yeah, and I think much to the credit of our writing staff, the writers, to your question earlier, and to many questions, part of wonderful storytelling is that everybody in here gets to imagine what happened when the cameras weren't rolling, or what happened when Bobby and Rufus were in Omaha, or whatever. So I know I did, and the story in my head of what they went through is different than all y'all's, but I bet they're all great. And so I think that's one of the magic parts of this 15-year journey he and I got to go through, is we all got to imagine, I wonder what it was like when we didn't see them for a while. So, but again, if Jim and Steven decide to share a screen together, I'll be tuning in. Thank you. I see you right here. Yeah, we met yesterday.
Awesome. So this may have to do with a role that Jensen just had a cameo, but both of you can answer. What would be your favorite Skittle flavor?
That's a good question. All of you.
Don't fiddle around now.
I just got the 5-minute warning just 10 seconds ago, and I was like, oh look, we're gonna make it through without one. Nope.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Would you like? Your Honor, he didn't answer.
I feel like this is a loaded question.
I'll start.
You start.
I'm gonna go a little esoteric. Odor le Musk.
What a Skittle you
You wouldn't expect it. It'd be like the Harry Potter things where you think it's gonna be, it'd be nasty. It'd be like sweaty. What? I'm going with musk. Musk.
What are you talking about?
Skittle flavor. I'm creating a new flavor.
She asked what your favorite Skittle flavor was, and you're making shit up, man.
I'm making shit up. Skittles are on strike. Can't talk about it. I'm going with musk. I'm here for it. Here for it.
I'm gonna be honest. Not necessarily the singular flavor, but the purple bag of Skittles. I think it's the wild berry. Beats them all. Beats them all. And I don't know, like, specifically which one, because I don't eat them individually. I take handfuls. I diddle them around and I. All right, thank you guys. We're out of here.